Hi students, today we're going to learn something about complex sentence and compound sentence. I have given you a video which tells you the difference between a phrase and a clause. Still, we have to go through this for our textbook exercises sake. Okay, a phrase is a group of words without a finite verb in it. So, phrase is a group of words, but there won't be any finite verb, and it does not give a complete sense. So, phrase is a group of words without verb, and it does not give you a complete sense. For example, my new watch, a barking dog, the wise, the brave, etc. So, what is a clause? A clause is a group of words with a finite verb in it. It may or may not make complete sense. For example, my watch that is new, a dog that is barking, people who are wise, those who are brave. In all the sentences, it doesn't give complete sense. But this group of words, all these group of words, these group of words have a finite verb. For example, my watch that is the finite verb. The next group of words, a dog that is barking, people who are wise, those who are brave. There are finite verbs but doesn't give complete meaning. So a class is a group of words with a finite verb. It may give a complete sense or may not. Okay, look at the following sentence. I have lost the watch that you gave me. So, in the given sentence, you can split that into two, that is, into a main clause and into a subordinate clause. I have lost the watch. So, have lost is the finite verb here, and this group of words, I have lost the watch, is a main clause because it can stand on its own. But the next part of the sentence, that you gave me, that you gave me, gave is a finite verb, but this group of words does not give complete meaning. That is why it is a subordinate clause and it cannot stand on its own. It has to depend on the main clause. Okay, this is just to find out the difference in a complex sentence. One main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Now, according to the sentence, the above sentence is an example of a complex sentence. So, a complex sentence has one main clause and one or more subordinate clause. So, task 1, what is the task for you? Look at the following complex sentences, circle the main clauses and underline the subordinate clauses. You have to circle the main clause and underline the subordinate clause. That means any clause which gives meaning or brings sense, you have to circle it, and the rest of the sentence, that is a subordinate clause, you need to underline. Okay, let's look at the first sentence. Nobody knows when the power supply will resume. Can you identify which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause? That's correct. Nobody knows. That is the main clause. When the power supply will resume is the subordinate clause, because the second group of words does not give a complete meaning. Okay, so the next one, please tell me what the time is. Please tell me what the time is. In the first part of the sentence, that means the first idea, please tell me, that has a complete meaning. So that is the main clause, so you can circle it, and what the time is, that you need to underline. Okay, the next one, the man who directed the film was my schoolmate. Can you identify the main clause? Have you? The man was my schoolmate. That is the main clause. The man was my schoolmate. Who directed the film is the subordinate clause. And that will not bring any sense unless it depends on the main clause. So you are supposed to do the fourth one and fifth one. I believe that all men are basically good. No one knows when he will return. Okay, this is just identification. You are not transforming it, you are just identifying it. Okay, it's going to be easy. Okay, let's look at the second sentence. And here, pick out the complex sentences in the following passage. Here is a passage given for you, and you need to find out only the complex sentence. A man saw a lion in the bush. So saw is the verb, complete meaning is there. Look at the second part. As he was walking through the forest. So one main clause and the next part is the subordinate clause. So the first sentence is a complex sentence. Likewise, you try to identify from this particular passage which of the given sentences are complex sentences. Okay, just give a try. It's very easy. Okay, let's move on to compound sentence. Look at the following sentence. Honesty promotes character and dishonesty destroys it. If you look at this particular sentence, there are two main clauses. How many main clauses? Two main clauses. What are they? Look at this part. Honesty promotes character. Promotes is the verb, and that particular group of words give complete sense. That is main clause. You look at the second part. Dishonesty destroys it. That is also another main clause. That is the second main clause, but it is connected with conjunction, coordinating conjunction. And so when two clauses connected by a conjunction form a compound sentence. Okay, so identify the two main clauses and conjunction in each of the following. Let me do it for you, maybe one or two, three sentences, and the rest you will do because you are very smart. It started raining suddenly and people ran for shelter. Which is the main clause? It started raining suddenly. That is one main clause. The next main clause, people ran for shelter. You are absolutely correct. So two main clauses are connected by a conjunction. What is the conjunction? And. So what you can do is underline the two main clauses and circle the conjunction. Okay, look at the second sentence. Understand the concept well, otherwise you cannot solve the problem. So what are the two main clauses? Understand the concept well, that is one. You cannot solve the problem, that is the next main clause. So otherwise is the conjunction that you need to circle. Okay, 50 candidates appeared for the interview, but only 5 were selected. So how many main clauses are there? Correct. 50 candidates appeared for the interview is the first main clause. Only 5 were selected, that is the second main clause. So what is the conjunction here? But. Okay, Ramesh did not know Spanish, so he wanted a translator. So Ramesh did not know Spanish is the main clause. He wanted a translator is the main clause. So is the conjunction. So he is a good actor, still he is not popular. So he is a good actor is one main clause. He is not popular is another main clause. So still is the conjunction. Okay, so for you, pick out the compound sentences in the following passage. So you are not going to identify the complex sentences, one main clause and one subordinate. No. As we saw in the previous 5 sentences, there are some of the sentences or compound sentences, means two main clauses connected by conjunction. You need to identify that. For example, let's do the first one. The food we eat has to be digested and then thrown out of the body. Guess what it is? Got it? Okay, this is for you. Okay, this is the homework. You need to find out. Underline two main clauses if there are compound sentences and circle the conjunction. Okay, at last I will give you the answer. Okay, that's all for the day. You can enjoy learning and you can have a great day ahead. Thank you.